Jai Hind everyone. So we will be starting with the first chapter of history, that is how, when and where. And in this chapter, we will try to understand why people do not study history, and we will also understand why the dates are considered to be important. And now, what is history? That is, how is history or what is history in the modern times? So let us start. So, when the chapter starts, the first topic which is mentioned is how important are the dates. So, we all know that historians, especially, they are all fascinated with the dates, like where the battles fought, and when did some king ascend the throne, when did a particular king get married, or when was he crowned, when did he get married or had a child, and so on. Now, slowly, we understand that history is certainly not only dates, or we can say that history is not only dates, but also the changes that have occurred over a time. For example, we try to read or we try to understand things in history as we relate things or compare the things which were in the past with the present. Okay, now when we are living in the world, we also try to ask certain questions, or we become curious. For example, if we just take the example of tea, we all know that the sense of taste or the recognition of tea as a beverage did not happen in one day. It is not that one person had tea and he understood the taste. So this has happened over a long period of time. Then only the importance of tea as a beverage grew. Next, we will understand which dates. Now, the next topic is which dates. So, the dates around which we write history become important because we focus on a particular set of events which are important. Now, when that focus changes, we look into a new set of events or a new set of dates, and the previous ones become insignificant. Now, if you take the examples, let us study one example which is given in your book, that is the role of the governor generals. Now, the role of each governor general was important. Now, if we talk about the first governor general, that is Warren Hastings, and he was important because he was the first one, and then it ended with the last viceroy, who is Lord Mountbatten. Now, there were other in between, for example, Bentinck or Dalhousie, Canning, and so on. Now, all the dates in these history books, they were linked to some or the other personalities or people, to their activities, to their policy, whatever they did, what good things they brought about in the society, and so on. Now, it is as if nothing outside their lives or these governor general's life is considered to be important. So, the chronology of their lives mark the different chapters of history during the British India. Now, when we write history or a story, we divide it into a number of chapters. Now, why do we do this? It is done so that each chapter has some meaning. So, we focus on some events that give a shape. Then, for example, we have talked about governor generals. Now, this would be that the old dates or few dates which are not so important lose the charm, and the new ones or a new set of dates which are important come into focus. Then there is a mention or there of Mr. James Mill, who is a Scottish economist and a political philosopher, who published a massive 3-volume work, that is History of India. Now, what did he do? He divided Indian history into 3 periods, that is Hindu, Muslim, and British. Now, this periodization became widely accepted. Now, if we talk about a broader perspective, we will understand that there was a lot of problem when we talk about history like this. Now, if we divide history into different periods, and so we are not talking about the other things which happened in the society. So, Mill thought that all Asian societies were at a very lower level of civilization if we compare it to Europe. And according to his telling, Before the Britishers came to India, Hindu and Muslim despots, they ruled the country. There was religious intolerance, caste taboos were there, there were a number of superstitions, number of bad practices were there in the social life of the Indians. So Mill thought that the Britishers could civilize India, and to do this it was necessary to introduce the European manners or arts or institutions, laws into the Indian system. So in fact he suggested that British could conquer all the territories in India to ensure the happiness of the Indian people. Why? So that they would be becoming more civilized, and that would help India to progress. So this is going to be the first module. We will be studying about the later things or later concepts in the next module. Till then, Jai Hind.